Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Sunderland career mode. Today this is episode 7, and in this episode you will see games against Newcastle United in the Tyne-Wear derby, Everton and Southampton. I apologise by the way if any lag or out of sync commentary occurs, because the Elgato wasn't working well at one stage, and I'm trying desperately to fix it, and we eventually got through it, so there we go. So we get into the game against Newcastle, and this is for trying to get a 7th win in a row in the Tyne-Wear derby. I kept with Benicophobe up front, and I brought Duncan Watmore back in on the wing for Jermaine Lens. The only change I made was Andreas Christensen starting his first game for Sebastian Coates, because I thought Coates hadn't been playing that well the last few games, and yeah, I made those changes, and hopefully it could propel us to a 7th winner in a row over our rivals. So the first real meaningful attack comes here when Kostic, Van Aanholt and Afobe all link up well, and it's a great tackle in the end by Darryl on that, and it eventually goes out for a corner. But I thought we were playing well the first couple of minutes. We were passing the ball out nicely, but as you can see though, the corner comes to nothing and back to normal. So Newcastle's first attack comes here. Siem de Jong, it's a good ball into the box. Colaccini's header, well, it's bundled about basically. Gouffran gets it back in. It's played to Colaccini, who plays it to Cisse, but his shot is saved by Pantelimon, and that was Newcastle's first attack of the game. So the next attack comes here, where Adam Matthews plays it to Tyne-Wear, and he unleashes a great shot which hits the top of the crossbar. Tim Krul was so unlucky, and he could have added to his fantastic goal against Bournemouth if that went in. It really would have been one of the great goals of the season, but it didn't go in, and it remained 0-0. So it's now into the second half. We're around 64th minute, and Newcastle have a corner, and this is where things get interesting. Pantelimon catches it easily and plays out to Adam Matthews, who not Adam Matthews, I mean Duncan. I apologise, it was Duncan Watmore, and the counter attack starts with Tyne-Wear, who plays it back, now plays it out wide to Adam Matthews. He runs into the box, and from there on, triple tap cross, and Defoe is there at the back post to meet it, and it was I was glad about that goal, because it was a really well worked counter attack, some good passing and a great finish at the back post by Defoe. He comes in unmarked, and here we go again. Look, comes in unmarked at the back post. There we go. Tim Krul has no chance, and we take the lead. The next chance comes here when Tyne-Wear nicks it off to Tiote. Benicophobe plays it to Defoe, who plays it back to Tyne-Wear, and his shot is well saved by Tim Krul, but it was a good chance to make it 2-0. And yeah, I thought Tyne-Wear really should have finished that. So there it was, the end of the game. I did bring Fabio Borini on for Benicophobe and Jermaine Lens on for Duncan Watmore, but we hung out for the 1-0 win, and that is the 7th victory in a row against Newcastle for Sunderland. And it was a good finish by Jermaine Defoe that sealed it. So now we have a cup game. I think it's the 4th final League Cup against Dagenham and Redbridge. As you can see, I put the second team out for this one, as Yedlin, Robson and Agnew are playing. Yeah, but we wanted to avoid an upset. As you can see, Sebastian Larsson gave us the lead in the 20th minute, and it was alright then. But yeah, as you know, anything can happen, and 09's, the ex-West Ham player, equalised in the 44th minute, and at this moment I was begging, so I just skipped the rest of the game, and Filip Kostic gave us the win in the 82nd minute, but Fabio Borini did get sent off later on, which means he would be suspended for the next game against Everton. So into the Everton game now, and Jermaine Lens was back in the side for the game, but sadly half of the first half, or virtually all the first half, once I put it in the editing software, it wasn't working. But Everton had a 2-1 lead. Stephen Naismith outturned Khalil Koulibaly and shot from just outside the edge of the box for the 1-0 lead. But for the equaliser for Sunderland, Everton passed it all the way back to the keeper. He played it out, and Defoe was there. He ran it into the box and scored. But then we gave away a penalty on half time, and Leighton Baines took that away, so it was 2-1. And that is what has currently happened. And then we had the chance there with Benicophobe, but sadly he couldn't finish it. So after all the shambles with the Elgato, we actually get somewhere, and the counter-attack starts with Kostic coming down the left wing. He gets past Leighton Baines, does him for a Burton, and gets past Tom Cleverley as a nice misses. Brings it into the box, Afobe makes the run, brings it in, and it's a nice finesse shot, and it's a good finish. 2-all at that moment. I apologise if you only see one goal out of the 4 that have been scored in this game, but that's the way it is at the minute. So after that second goal, we really were a bit under the cosh. Cleverley and Deulofeu combine well, and James McCarthy's shot is saved by Costo Pantilimon. And yeah, at this stage, Everton would stop to get on top. So more mishap here as Stephen Naismith wins the ball, but Costo Pantilimon saves it. But again, it's calamitous defending here. Naismith wins it off Koulibaly, and it is blocked or saved. I don't know which one it was in the end. But at this point we have brought Sebastian Larsson and Jordi Gomez on to try and shut Everton out, but at the minute it wasn't making much use. They really were giving us a lot of pressure and a lot of food for thought really, as continuous corners came in, but we stood resolute, and in the end we would get the draw. So there it was, it ended 2-2, and again I deeply apologise because I couldn't show you all the goals. It just went into panic attack mode, the footage, and it just sped up for some reason, even though it wasn't on, like, the speeding up wasn't on times or anything, it was just on normal. And yeah, I apologise, but it finished 2-2, and that's how it is at the minute. Sorry. So after some more Elgato shenanigans, we finally get into the game against Southampton, and this was probably one of the poorest games of the season. Not reflecting our performance, but this game was, if this was actually a real game, people would have fell asleep. It was so boring. That was the first meaningful chance of the first half through Jermaine Lens, and he again has a shot, but it's well saved by what's his face, Fraser Forster. It was well saved by Fraser Forster, and yeah, this game really wasn't the best. So as you can see, Southampton get an attack here around the 63rd minute. Juanmi brings the ball in. Joe Rodriguez's shot hits the post. Quates dive bombs, and it's back to Jay Rodriguez, who puts it in the back of the net. I mean, just look at this. This is awful defending. Just absolutely look at Quates. It's just mental. And it's in the back of the net. And to say that was the second chance in the whole game just epitomises how poor this game was. So I brought Sebastian Larsson on late on for Jermaine Lens, but again, as I say, this game was really poor. There was no more chances in the game, apart from I was really annoyed at how many interceptions Southampton made and how many times they passed it around the back or passed it to the goalkeeper. But then again, we barely didn't play that well. We didn't deserve anything from the game. Well, I don't think neither team did. And that was our second loss of the season. So I'll leave you guys with the league table. Chelsea and Arsenal, Manchester United, us and Stoke make up the top 5. Norwich, Leicester and Bournemouth are in the relegation zone. But anyway, this is only early stage of the Premier League. Look, there's only 12 games gone, so the table really doesn't need to be noticed at this point. But anyway, that's it for today. Like, comment, subscribe, be safe, be champions, and Toulouche.